All right. Hello guys, welcome back to Some Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about Ethereum. We're also going to take a look at XRP on a macro view and all that good stuff. So we're mainly going to focus on BTC on a monthly basis and down, right? On the high time frame and all that good stuff. And what type of price action we could anticipate over the next few weeks, few months, and all that good stuff, right? We're gonna be dropping all the way down to some crazy prices, as Bear has been calling for 14k, 10k, and all that good stuff. Or are we just gonna bounce off the monthly 21 EMA, just about like a 25k, and basically try to regain control of the all-time high range, just about like a 60 to 65k. We're gonna talk about all that good stuff, guys. So make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe to the channel, join the public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join the Discord public group or the Discord premium group, the link in the description. All right, so hit the likes, right? Stay tuned, right? And we're gonna basically take a look at the good stuff, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in, right? So so now let's take a look at BTC. We're gonna start off on a monthly basis before we take a look at the lower degree and all that good stuff, right? So on a monthly basis, what we've been saying over the last few weeks, few months, while price was dropping, what we were saying was like, it is okay for BTC to basically give us a pullback. However, we're basically going to be bullish once we retest the monthly 21 EMA. The monthly 21 EMA right now, it is just about like a 25,585, depending on which exchange you're using. Remember, the monthly 21 EMA going to be slightly dipping depending on how fast we drop. Okay, so if you're dropping, the monthly 21 EMA also going to be dropping, right? Because it is the average of the last 21 months. Okay, so keep an eye on the monthly 21. We talk about it regarding the monthly 21 EMA right here being a great support back in 2018, and we could not break below the 6k area for like over 6 months. All right, so right here back in 2019, right here we got a nice support, pump back up to like 10.5, could not break the 10.5 resistance, and dump all the way down to the 50 EMA on a monthly basis right here. So as of now, we're just gonna focus on the monthly basis. Can we drop lower? Absolutely, it could drop below 24k, but once again, it might not stay there too long. As you can see right here, back in December 2019, we did drop below the monthly 21, but got a nice pump right back up to 10.5 area before capitulating down to the monthly 21 EMA and all that good stuff. So the higher time frame, yes, it is still bearish, right? Nearly 4 straight months. We are still looking for a bullish pattern right now. Like we got 4 bearish monthly candle. That's not a bull market sign, so we just have to suck it up and try to be ready for a potential bullish monthly candle over the next like a few months and all that good stuff. Regarding the RSI, right, on a monthly basis, what we said was like right here, okay, the monthly support on the RSI, it is going to be roughly around like a 56 to a 57. That it is going to coincide with price action retesting the monthly 21 EMA. All right, so if we retest the white line right here, it is going to be a good level to be accumulating, right? Bulls most likely going to be buying the dip in this range. Okay, it doesn't mean once again it is going to go up and up and up and all that good stuff. It only means like we're gonna get a temporary support, and we're gonna take a look at the lower degree and see if we could get another bounce right back up. Okay, potentially to 50% to 0.618 and all that good stuff, right? So sideways correction most likely over the next like a few days, few weeks, and all that good stuff. And monthly support just about a 26,585, right? That's our monthly 21 EMA right there. All right, so guys, make sure to hit the likes, right? Hey, what's up, guys? J Boss, thanks a lot for tuning in. David in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so make sure to hit the likes, guys. We got 17 watching. 8 likes. So the faster you hit the likes, guys, the more views we're gonna get. So go ahead and suck it up and hit the likes and all that good stuff, right? I'm gonna give you one of the best analysis, right? So for free. Okay, now let's take a look at the 50-day cycle. So the 50-day cycle, you know, it kind of saved us, right? Because it saved us like on the way up, because as soon as we close above 10.5, remember guys, I was one of the biggest bear, right here. Okay, but after we, you know, we analyzed the 50-day cycle, right after we pump above 10.5, we said, guys, let's suck it up. Okay, the 50-day cycle just broke a major resistance, right? 10.5. If we close above 10.5 by October 27th 2020, we most likely gonna go, you know, and break all-time high. That's exactly what we said, because we said zero resistance once we break above 10.5, right? Bang. Okay, so what we were saying also was like, we're not going to be bearish till we get a bearish, right, 50-day cycle. Okay, so that's exactly what we got right here. And we said, okay guys, the 50-day cycle just turned bearish, so it is time to pack our stuff and be ready for a potential downtrend, and we're going to be buying the dips and waiting for another macro reversal. Okay, because trading BTC, like when it is moving sideways, it's not fun at all. Okay, you want to trade BTC when it's basically when it is very volatile. Okay, we're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at it on the lower degree, right, and all that good stuff, because it hasn't been moving at all over the last like 2 months and so on, right? So 50-day cycle, it is still bearish. We got the 50-day 21 EMA just about like a 22k, 21 and a half, 22k area. So let's see if we're gonna get a chance to retest that level once we retest the monthly 21 at 25k. Okay, give or take, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a quarterly basis, right? When we take a look at BTC on a quarterly basis, we can say like the last 6 months been basically just pump and dump, right? We pump like from January to you know, March, right? In April, and April down to basically June, July, right? We just dumped. Okay, so if you bought BTC back in January, you're still up. However, if you bought BTC back in like let's say March, April, May, June, you might be still you know, facing like some negative you know, some negative negative balance, right? So but one thing we can say is like, you know, if we take a look at BTC on a quarterly basis, we know it takes time for BTC to break the most bullish candle, right, in a bull market. What I mean by that, okay, it takes time. The last quarter of a bull market, right here, if you take a look at it right here, the last quarter of the bull market back in 2017, it took like what, nearly 3 quarters, okay, to basically break below the last quarter of the bull market right there. Okay, right here we did pump like for a quarter. It took like 3 quarters to break at, you know, to break below the last quarter right here. Okay, so if we're gonna just, if we basically going to say, hey, you know, we could be in this sideways for a while. Okay, we could be in this sideways for another quarter at least, right? Even if we dump below it, right, we could pump right back up in this range. That's why I'm saying like the monthly 21 EMA could be a good support. Okay, could be a good support. It could be a good support. Even if we go back in like 2013, the last quarter of the bull market, it took like a year, guys. We didn't even like you know, we didn't take out the lows right here of the last quarter, okay, of the bull market. So the last quarter of you know, of every bull market, right, is very important. Okay, is very important, something to just keep in mind over the next like a few quarters and so on, just in case you want to be bearish too soon, right? And sucker could pump right back up above 50k and all that good stuff, and you're most likely going to get you know, going to get a negative balance, right? So yeah, now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a weekly basis, right? So on a weekly basis, what we're saying right now is like, you know, we're still hanging tight above the 50 EMA right here on a weekly basis. Could we close below it? You know, that's possible this week. If we close below it, that could give like bears a you know, a very high confidence level, and then they're going to be like, okay, we're going to be dipping down to the weekly 100 EMA. Weekly 100 EMA just about 25k, pretty much similar to our monthly 21 EMA we're looking for. So a dip down to the weekly 100 EMA could be a good level for the bulls to you know, to reaccumulate the dips and look for the next like a swing, you know, the next swing to the upside, right? So keep that in mind. Weekly it is still bearish, monthly bearish, weekly bearish. You know, I wouldn't say like extremely bearish, but all I'm saying is like we still, you know, making some low highs. Okay, so something to keep in mind. Just because we're saying like we got support right here doesn't mean like we're extremely bearish. Okay, I think like you still gotta be, you know, you still gotta hold some BTC, right? Even though market is bearish, because you just don't know. You don't want to be like selling out and waiting for like a lower prices, right? Because anything can happen. Okay, sucker could just do something like that and doesn't retest the you know, weekly 100 EMA. So getting some exposure in this range, it is a good idea, right? I'm not saying to go all in and all that good stuff, right? But at least get some sort of exposure, even if like you're holding like, let's say 10% BTC, okay, or 10% crypto, right? It won't be a good, it won't be a bad idea. Okay, so something to just keep in mind, and not try to be all out and you know, and you know, market reverse, you know, market reverse right away, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm missing out. Okay, and you're gonna be buying the tops and all that good stuff, right? So let's take a look at the 7 days candle, right? On the 7 days cycle, looking very bad also. Okay, could not basically get a nice close above the 50 EMA on a 7 days basis. Candle gonna close in like in 10 hours, something like that. Now in like 3 hours, right? We're gonna close the candle in 3 hours, so that's not good at all. Okay, in the short term, so we got to regain the 50 EMA on a 7 days basis right here, which is basically the same thing as the you know, weekly time frame, but it gives you like a, you know, a different view. You see what I'm saying? Because if you take a look at it on a weekly basis, right, the candle structure is not the same. Okay, you take a look at it on a 7 days basis, you get a better view. Okay, last week we closed below it, this week we're looking to close below it, so that's not a good sign at all. Okay, so would be looking for the 25 EMA right here, EMA actually. Okay, 25k 100 EMA, excuse me, right? So 25k just about the 100 EMA, right, on a 7 days basis, right? So now let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it on a 3 day basis. The 3 day basis, you know, almost gave us a nice bullish crossover, but it seems like bulls are, you know, they're hesitating right now to give us a bullish crossover. If we get the bullish crossover, that's going to be a good sign, guys. We could get a nice pump. Okay, monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish, but the 3 day basis, right, we could get a surprise pump. That's why I'm saying like it is not a you know, it is not a good idea right now to be all out. Okay, it is not a good idea to be all out at all. Okay, because once we pump to the upside right here, we could, you know, we could even like break above the weekly 21. We just don't know. Okay, we could get a nasty pump like over the next like a few weeks and pump above the weekly 21, right here. Bulls gonna be like, oh, we're going to the moon, 100k and all that good stuff, and it could just be a trap, and then we're gonna be still dropping low. So that's what I'm saying, be open-minded, right, and don't be too bullish or too bearish, because price action is just, you know, moving sideways. Be ready for the dips, right, and be ready for the pump. Okay, that way it is going to be a win-win situation, right? So but if you just say like we're gonna dump, right, and suck a pump, you're gonna be like, what's going on, right? But if you're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna pump right now, okay, sucker dumps, right, you're gonna be like, man, what's going on? so be cautious, right, and be ready for both scenarios, right? You know, the bottom just about 25, the top just about like a, you know, 40 to 42k range, right? So so now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a daily basis. So daily, you know, what we said last week was like we need to regain control of the daily 21. Okay, as long as we basically not regaining control, we're not above the daily 21 EMA, we're most likely going to struggle right in this range, right? So, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. Okay, we're struggling to break above the daily 21 EMA, right? Just about this this range. Right now the daily 21 EMA, it is at 34.6. okay, so 34.6, we gotta regain control of 34.6 and start trading above it. Okay, we just don't want to basically pump above the daily 21 EMA and get rejected, right? So something to keep in mind, immediate resistance on a daily basis, once again, it is going to be just about this range, 40k give or take. Okay, 39 to 41 range, right? So it is still going to be a major resistance to take out on a daily basis. It doesn't have anything to do with the monthly. Sucker could do something like this, right? Sucker could do something like that, right? Pump above 40k and so on, and still retest the monthly 21 later on down the road. Okay, something to basically keep in mind. That way, you know, you're not gonna be too bullish once if we get a surprise pump and all that good stuff. Our MACD is not calling for a dump for some reason, right? It is not calling for a dump, right here. Price action, you know, created a low right there, right? Retested it, right? MACD is still making high lows. Okay, so something to keep in mind, we need to get a bearish crossover to get a nasty sell-off. Okay, and we could still get a bullish divergence, because making this move right here, let me show you what I'm trying to say right here. Okay, so let's say we're making this move, right? We can still make some lower lows, right? And MACD will not make a lower low. Okay, it could do something like that. Okay, so right now MACD is very complex, right? Because it is still bullish. Okay, so if you're bullish, right, you got plenty of reason to stay bullish. Your MACD is still making high lows. Price action retested the lows, so technically, okay, it is a bullish sign. Okay, so but you just have to be ready for once again both sides, right? So not to be you can be extremely bullish in this range, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a 6 hour. Hey, what's up, COEZ? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So 6 hour basis, not looking so great, guys. So the 6 hour time frame right here, we broke below the 21 EMA. On our MACD, we did have a bearish divergence, right? Not quite, okay, not quite a bearish. It wasn't that bearish. Let's take a look at it right here. Guys, hit the likes, guys, hit the likes, hit the likes. So yeah, we didn't get any bearish divergence on the 6 hour, but we did break below the 21 EMA on the 6 hour time frame. That's not a good sign. MACD is bearish right there, right? Price action below the 6 hour 21. So our immediate resistance is going to be just about 33,852. Okay, 33,852 going to be our immediate resistance right there. Okay, right there. Okay, which is going to be our 6 hour 21. Okay, so in the short term, we need to take out 33,851, 6 hour 21, in order to start like looking for high prices, and still could be facing another resistance right here. Okay, which is just about like a 36.4. 36.4, we talked about it last week, right? We needed a candle to close above 36.4 on an 8 hour basis, right, in order to stay bullish, right? But we could not close above 36.4 on on the on an 8 hour 8-hour candle, right? We did close above 36.4 on a 6-hour right here, but you know, right after that, you know, sucker got, you know, dumped right back down to the daily, not daily, but the 6-hour 21 EMA right here. Okay, so 36.4 going to be a major resistance, right, to break through, right? Need to break above this range. Okay. Right, so we know exactly what we're looking for, you know, for BTC. Immediate resistance, right, in a short term, 33,855, right? After that, if you know we break above 33,855, we could be looking for 36 for, you know, 36.4 as a you know, a major resistance to break through before we try to basically retest the 40k and all that good stuff, right? On the downside, we do know the 30k support you know, could still hold right here, and if we break it, we're gonna face a major support at the monthly 21 EMA at 25k, or the weekly 100 EMA, right? Whichever you're comfortable with, whichever one you're comfortable with, you could just rely on it, right? So all right, so we're done with BTC. We know what we're looking for on the macro view. We know what we're looking for on, you know, in the short term, right? And now let's move on to Ethereum. Okay, Queen Ethereum. So Ethereum, as I said, you know, before, right? We talk about Ethereum on, I like Ethereum on a weekly basis. Excuse me. So Ethereum, what I said on the weekly was like, you know, don't get fooled, right, by that pump. The weekly MACD, it is still negative, so no need to be extremely you know, no need to be extremely bullish on it. Okay, can we get some like a, you know, 10% pump, 15% pump and all that good stuff? Yes, right, we could, right? And that's what we've been doing right here. So if you just trade Ether on the hourly, 2-hour time frame, 6-hour time frame and all that good stuff, it's gonna drive you crazy, okay? Because Ether is pretty volatile as of now. Okay, so what we're saying is like, as long as our MACD is negative, right, price action looking to break below the 21 EMA, Ether going to be in a negative momentum. Okay, and price action, we're going to be looking for what, 1330 right here. Okay, right there. Okay, 1330, 1350. Okay, we're going to be looking for 1350. We got the weekly 100 EMA just about like a 1086 right now. Okay, and we could still drop down to the weekly 100 EMA, as most crypto already retested the weekly 100 EMA. So right now we're looking at what, excuse me, a 40 to 50%, you know, pullback on Ether. All right, I know bulls are not ready for it, but all I'm saying is be ready for it. Okay, it doesn't mean, okay, we're gonna drop down to like a, you know, $1,000 Ether this week or next week, but all I'm saying is our MACD is negative, so no need to rush the market. Okay, we need to wait till market basically decides to you know, reverse, and we're gonna go you know, go with the trend. But as of now, okay, as of today, Ether trend, it is still downward. Okay, it is still downward. Not based on like, I'm not even talking about like Elliott wave and all that good stuff, but all I'm saying is price action and moving averages, right, and MACD. Okay, everything is saying like, you know, we could face lower prices. Okay, it doesn't, once again, it doesn't mean we're gonna get there this week or next week or even this month. Okay, we just have to be very patient, right, with Ether. Once we retest our, you know, weekly 100 EMA or monthly 21 EMA, right there, the monthly 21 EMA, it is just about like a 12.15, right? We could basically start to speculate for some potential reversal, right? So keep an eye on Ether. The good news also is like the volume is decreasing right here while price is decreasing on a higher time frame, right, on the weekly, on a monthly basis. So that's the good news. Okay, that's the good news. In the short term, it means like if we get any dump right now, that could be it. That could be the bottom for it. I'm not saying it will, but it could. Okay, but we will take a look at it if and only if, okay, we basically retest our monthly 21 at 12.15. Remember, the monthly 21 is not constant. Okay, it is a a moving average, so it is going to be changing. So you have to keep up with it. You cannot just say like, oh, I'm going to be waiting for 12.15, because next month it could be like 11.15, something like that, right? So you have to keep up with the moving average and all that good stuff, right? So if you take a look at Ether on a monthly basis, you can see like right here back in 2018, we got a nice bounce of the 21 EMA on a monthly basis, pump right back up to like $800, okay, and capitulated all the way down to like where, like $80, guys, and basically been facing a major resistance from the monthly 21. Okay, so the monthly 21, if you like to trade Ether on a higher time frame and you like to wait for like a 2, 3, or even like 6 months, right, it is going to be your best friend. Okay, it is going to be your best friend. Buy at the monthly 21 EMA, sell the bounce, wait for capitulation, buy it again, and all that good stuff, right? But we will talk about it right down the road, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on a weekly basis. So the weekly basis, we already talked about the weekly 100 EMA, just about 1085, 1086, and price action is looking to break below the 21 EMA. So last week on our last update, we said Ether is looking to regain control of the weekly 21. We did close above the weekly 21, guys, but look at it right now. People wanted to FOMO, right? Right here, it wasn't a good time to FOMO at 23.50. Okay, it was not a good time, right? Even if we take a look at it in terms of like a wedge pattern, right, we did get a nice wedge pattern right here. Okay, I spotted the wedge pattern right there first, right there, right? Okay, and a nice bearish divergence, right? If you take a look at our MACD, we didn't get a bearish divergence on the 6 hour, but we did get one on the 4 hour, right? So I spotted the bearish divergence on the 4 hour right here, but you take a look at it, we did get a bearish, we ended up creating a bearish divergence on the 6 hour. So that's why I like the 6 hour. It is one of the strongest one of the strongest time frame to pay attention to in terms of like a bearishness. Okay, 4 hours, sometimes it gives you bearish divergence too quick, right? But 6 hour to 8 hour, whenever you get a bearish divergence, you can get a big move, okay, on the to the downside and all that good stuff, right? So beautiful bearish divergence right there. So now we broke below the support area. We could easily, okay, just say, hey, let's just look for 0.618 right here, right? So we at 382 right now. We could get a bounce back up to 236 Fibonacci, right? If we get this bounce, get rejected by the 6 hour 21, we could end up dropping all the way down to 0.618, and 0.618, it is going to be at 1961. Okay, so it is going to be a short-term analysis, doesn't have anything to do with the monthly and all that good stuff. It is just a short-term analysis, right? So nice bearish divergence right here, price action at 382. We could get a bounce right at just about like a 22.50, right, which is right around our our 21 EMA on our 6 hour base, on our 6 hour time frame, right? So before a potential retracement down to 1961. Okay, it could also get invalidated, right, once we break above the 6 hour 21 and get another bullish crossover right here. That could invalidate the potential downtrend. Okay, so keep an eye on that, right? So we don't want to basically stay in this range too long, because this move alone, it is a potential flat, and it could create a very impulsive wave. So watch out, right, if you're too bearish. I'm not saying we're going to go to the moon, but it could just give us a nice volatile uptrend, just like what we got right here. Okay, you can see like we did pump to the upside, but it wasn't like a trend reversal. It was just like a, you know, a temporary pullback to retest the trend line. You see what I'm saying? So it could just do this and retest the trend line, right? So keep an eye on you know, Ether resistance 2250, right, give or take, right? Right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at King XRP. So XRP, we're going to talk about XRP on a monthly basis. So XRP, I remember back in 2020, right, even 2019, the 21 EMA, right, we talked about the 21 EMA multiple times, right, regarding XRP, right? So if you take a look at it right now, we are approaching the 21 EMA with a low volume, so that's the good news. But the problem is, like, if we expect BTC to retest its 21 EMA, and XRP already retested, you know, its 21 EMA, it means like XRP could potentially break the 21 EMA, right? But we're just gonna stay vigilant in this range, just about like a 54, right, and see if XRP could stay above the monthly 21. All right, if we break the monthly 21, we got 50% pullback at 45 cents right there, temporarily, right? And 0.618 going to be at 32 cents. So this range, right, over the next like a few months, we just have to basically be cautious and not try to be too bullish as of now. We got like a 3 bearish monthly candles, right? So it is time to be cautious with XRP and reaccumulate for the next like leg up, right? Breaking below the monthly 21 could give us a very tough time over the next like a few months, okay? Because as you can see right here, after we broke below it back in 2017, 2018, right here, right, 2018 actually, right, it took us forever, guys, to regain control of the monthly 21. That's why I'm saying, like, pay attention to the macro view, because sometimes the 10%, 15% pump, you know, they're nice, but they don't, those pumps, you know, they don't take you anywhere, okay? Because this sucker's gonna pump 10-15% all the times, right? So we just have to pay attention to the macro view, at least, you know, the weekly time frame, okay? If we pay attention to the macro view, we're gonna get the right direction. But 10%, 15% pump, it's not gonna take us anywhere, okay? It's not gonna take us anywhere, right? But once we basically get control of take control the bottom formation, breaking major resistances, right, on the macro view, we know we're going to the moon, right? But as of now, for XRP, doesn't look so great, right? We just have to wait and see what type of reaction we could get once we break below the monthly 21. Okay, that could give us a tough time, but we will see. I'm not saying it will, but all I'm saying is it could. Okay, it could give us some tough time if we stay below it too long. All right, but let's just keep an eye on 50% pullback and 0.618. These numbers are not magics, right? So anyone can just go ahead on TradingView and basically draw the Fibonacci. Make sure to use your log scale. If not, you're not going to be getting the right numbers, right? For instance, you got to make sure to click on fib levels based on log scale, right? For instance, if I uncheck it right here, I'm going to get some funny numbers. Okay, I'm going to get some funny numbers. The other way to do it is like make sure not to use the log scale, okay, on your charting, right here. If you don't use the log scale, all right, let's say you're not using the log scale, you're gonna be fine. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't have to basically put my Fibonacci on log scale because my chart is not on log scale. But if you want to use your chart, if you want to be charting as, if you want to use the chart on log scale, you have to use the Fibonacci on log scale. They both have to be the same. They both have to be the same. Okay, that's the secret, right? HR in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Thanks a lot, guys, for hitting the likes. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the likes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, right? Make sure to subscribe and join the public Telegram group and all that good stuff, man. The Discord public and premium group also, the link for both of those in the description and all that good stuff, guys. So now let's take a look at XRP BTC, right? So XRP BTC, I remember I made this video like I think like last June, if I remember well, like regarding XRP head and shoulder and all that good stuff, but we're still not yet retesting our 8,000 to 10,000. But I think like at some point we're gonna get there. It is just a matter of time. Okay, we just don't know when, but everything looks pretty bullish on a monthly basis, right? We just need to take control of our monthly 21 right there, just about like a 2,500, right? Remember our last target for XRP BTC was like 3,500 to 4,000, right? And we did, you know, hit like a 3,700, right? So as of now, we could be retesting the bottom right there, but as long as our MACD right here, okay, doesn't cross bearish, we could still say we bullish. Okay, we could still say we bullish. Okay, but keep an eye on XRP to retest the 1,000 to 500 sats, depending on how BTC going to be. BTC going to be behaving over the next like a few months and all that good stuff, right? So next support area is still going to be 1,000 to 500 sats right there. They're most likely bulls gonna try to defend the range, and they're going to be basically buying the dips, right? Just like what we did, guys. After we dump all the way down to 500 sats, 600 sats, what we said, guys, buy the dips, right? We're gonna be pumping. Okay, buy the dips right here. Okay, and we're gonna be pumping. All right, guys, make sure to hit the likes, guys. We got like 247 watching, so make sure to hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have any question, right, regarding any other alt, and I'm gonna take a look at it and all that good stuff, right? So let's go back to BTC. I'm gonna give you guys time to ask some question, and if not, I'm just gonna call it a day, right? So we just pumped to the 15 minutes 100 EMA. I showed you guys, I think most of you guys know about the Zeus method. The Zeus method, it is nothing but like whenever price action dips a lot, like let's say depending on volatility, okay, it could dip more than like a 10% sometimes, right? But as you can see right here, we got a nice 8% move, and right there, right, and you're looking for what, your 21 EMA to take a short position and your 100 EMA. Easy trade setup, guys. You definitely gonna make like some profits off of these type of trade setups, right? Right here you got a nice 1% drop. Right there, you're most likely going to get a nice 2 to 3% drop if you're looking for 50% to 0.618. It is called the Zeus method right there. Okay, some people like to take a long position, but since like the market, the direction is down, I don't like to take a long position, even though, okay, I'm waiting for the let's say I'm waiting for the 15 minutes 100 EMA, right? Yes, I can take a long position to the 15 minutes 100 EMA, but since like the overall trend is down, just to minimize risk, I just go with the trend. I just let it go to the 15 minutes 100 EMA, right? And you take the short position. If you're scalping, guys, most of you guys scalp with like 100x like Iceman, right? that's a 10% gain, okay, if you do a 10x move right there. Okay, easy scalping technique, and you don't have to do much. You just wait for it. It's not something like you see every day. So whenever you see it, let's say BTC dumps like 10%, you're gonna be waiting for your 15 minutes 100 EMA, okay, and your 21 EMA. You can take like 2 easy trades, right? Just like that. Okay, 2 easy trades, right? So right now we got rejected right here with a wedge pattern. So if you're scalping, You could be looking for a move down to like a 0.618, all the way down to like a 32,524 right there. Okay, that's 0.618, right? So and of course you gotta put a stop loss right now. Okay, all right guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for tuning in, right? Be safe out there. Market going to be pretty volatile over the next like a few weeks and so on, right? All right guys, thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the likes. We got like nearly 500 people watching. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the likes.